What is up, guys? Chet the Chef here at Universal Studios for round 2, day 2 of our staycation here at the parks. Hang around, let's do this thing. Went and bought my wife the Freestyle Cup holder for Jurassic Park. They went to go check out the Minion statue, but we're gonna go ahead and jump on Minion Mayhem. Never ridden it before, so we're gonna check this thing out. I don't know how I feel about it, so we'll see. We just got out of Minions. I rode it. Still don't understand the hype for it, but it was cute. I mean, I like the movies better. It's one of those things I'd rather watch it than be on that ride, but you can still see why some people do get very motion sickness with that. But we're gonna go find our next thing. While we're here though, I want to do a quick update on Minions Cafe. You can see they've added this rainbow awning onto that, which is super cute. That guy finished up that spot over there that we were looking at yesterday. And they've added the mobile order sign on that little piece right there that I've always said how much I really like. Done a bunch of the trim work around the bank, getting everything touched up with the last finishing touches on that. No sign yet for the entrance to it though, but it's all right. But they've done some work on there, some of the paint work on the brick there, which looks super cute. I still say I really love those lamps that are up there, those yellow lamps. But we've got our windows put in up here at the top section of this Minions Cafe sign. I do believe that they will put the word Minions across the top right there, but we will see. Still kind of see the backside of the Papa Nana stand over here, which I'm super excited for opening up. And if we turn to the left, you'll get that food booth there. Bunch more scaffolding put up, bunch more brickwork done. So they're definitely extending this thing out. We'll make our way around to the other side, see if they're doing anything over there. I don't know, but let's walk around and check real quick. So still nothing on this side of that food booth, but we will see if what they do. I figured they'd want to knock up that other side and then start working on this, just to kind of get this opened up. I know this is kind of a pinch point right now, but it's really going to open up, especially like this is pushed back a little bit farther than it was with the Monsters Cafe. So you're going to have some big walking room that's going to come back over here, especially on this corner over here. They've continued to kind of push this wall out over the past few months. So now it should be opened up whenever this all goes away. I think it would be very beneficial of Universal to, cut that wall over here and take it behind the Papa Nana stand and maybe open that one up earlier. So we're gonna make our way into Jimmy Fallon, and we've got our friend Hashtag standing out front of the ride. And there's Hashtag himself out greeting guests as we come into the attraction. What's up, Hashtag? What's super cool about this queue line is the room that we were just in is like basically a museum to all the different hosts of the Tonight Show over the years since its inception, which is super cool. Sadly, Conan didn't host it longer, but that's just me personally. I really like Conan. Yeah, but it's just super cool kind of see like the TVs. You can like watch episodes of the show in that room, which is super clever. I love the way this queue is set up. This is honestly one of my favorite queues just because of it just being cool. It's a great one. Just got off of Jimmy Fallon. That ride is really fun. It's one of those motion simulators, so it does, have that tendency to give you that motion sickness. I don't really suffer that, so I can't really be the gauge to tell you what's gonna be the most motion sickness inducing of those rides. I do know that The Simpsons does have the highest probability of that, just because of what other people say, but I can't give you really my 2 cents on it. It is a cute ride. It's fun. It's honestly really smooth, I think, but it does have that motion sickness effect to it at times. But it was good. Walked right in and sat down, and yeah, it was a good ride. So I really don't think the Fast Pass is necessary on it, or the Express rather. I think that, you know, just getting to hang out inside like the studio area with that AC is a good option, especially on days when it's like super hot out here. That's a good ride to go do. Now that we've gotten off Fallon, wife and kids wanted to make a trip over to the Tribute Store because they haven't been into it yet. So we're gonna make that way over there and do that, and then we'll kind of retrace our steps, either to go back to Mummy or we'll end up back at ET. But either way, we're just hanging out today. The weather's really nice, kind of overcast like it was yesterday at the start of the day. Not too hot. It's a little bit more muggy than it was yesterday, but still all around a good day to be in the parks. Now, I'm not really going to show too much in the Tribute Store like I did the other day. I do, though, want to keep an eye out for those treats that we had looked for last time, but they weren't here. Those cupcakes and the macarons and stuff like that. But hopefully they're here. So if they are here, I'll take a shot of those, show those up to you guys, and possibly get one. One thing I did want to note of an Easter egg, possibly, for the next Tribute Store is the book right here. Make your way to over here where that little diorama was. That there's a book over here that says Holiday Tribute Store. Nothing on it, doesn't open, but super cool that they're teasing for it already. We've been in this first room of the Tribute Store, and you know, we are super big Easter egg hunters. There's so many in here. Things that might be Easter eggs, things that might not be Easter eggs. You know, of the little set pieces, like my wife and kids are all touching everything to just see what could be an Easter egg, what couldn't be an Easter egg, what might be, we don't know. But it's just super fun, just kind of play around in here and just see things that could lead to something, might not lead to anything, but all just fun to just speculate and talk about it as the day goes on. So we'll see what else we can find in here. So we made it to the snack display, and honestly they even have more stuff in here and different stuff in here than they did on the opening day. Like this whoopie pie looks good, and this s'more that I've seen that a lot of people have liked. I haven't seen this layer cake yet, or this jar cake either. But then you got your Ian Malcolm sexy pose treat of whatever kind this is. And you got your cupcake. And you've got, you know, your different fudges and everything that we have already seen before, but I think we'll get something, not sure what yet. At the Tribute Store, we got 2 desserts. We got this Ian Malcolm brownie and the 30th anniversary s'more that came as a big recommendation from a couple other vloggers that we know. So we're gonna dig into these, try them all out. So we sat down here at Mel's Diner and enjoyed that treat. Very good. I thought the little brownie, the Ian Malcolm brownie, was very good. Very dense and chocolatey. Really, really good. The s'more, I do agree with what Rick said on his Rick's Flicks channel, that graham cracker is like what makes that thing. I think it's very fresh, very like almost like a homemade graham cracker. So yeah, very, very good. I'm usually not too big on getting the treats out of the Tribute Store just because they are usually a little bit upcharged because, you know, they're a limited time thing. but they always have similar things like them throughout the parks, throughout the years. So it's kind of one of those things that I don't get often. So, but I'm glad I tried those. Those were really, really good. Good job, creative team, for cooking those up. We were walking down this way past the crepe stand, and my wife decided that she wanted a crepe, and we got the sweet street corn crepe. And I'll show you that. It has the roasted corn, cottage cheese, jalapenos, ancho marinated chicken, cilantro lime crema, and blue corn tortilla. Something I've never known over here, but you can actually sit here and watch the team members in here cooking the crepes, which is super fun to watch them do their crepe magic. I really didn't know that this was just going to turn into a food vlog right off the bat, but I'm super excited. We have never gotten a crepe from the crepe stand over here, so I'm super excited to see what comes out. The first part of our trip, we did do Islands of Adventure. Because of it possibly raining today, there's always the opportunity for it to rain here in Florida out of the middle of nowhere. So obviously that could happen at any given time. But there has been rain in the forecast for today, so we wanted to go to Islands, which is mostly outdoor attractions, on a day we knew there was going to be a less chance of rain, and then come over here to Studios on a day that it possibly was going to rain, just because over at Studios there are more indoor rides. The only outdoor rides here at Studio are what? Rip Ride Rocket and the Hurl and Twirl over in Simpsons. So I really think, those are the only two outdoor rides. So everything else is indoors. So even if it does start raining, you know, get in line for a ride, and if it's a long enough wait, you can beat that rain by just being in a queue. Here's a quick look at our savory crepe. We have kind of torn into this thing a little bit between the five of us, so it's really good though. All the flavors kind of really mix really well. There are a lot of tortilla chip shreds on top of this thing, but once you get down beneath those, you got all that goodness down in there. So we all ate our crepe, and you know, it was a good tasty snack. It's weird that, you know, like, we've been coming to the parks for a year now, a little over a year, as pass holders, and you know, we've never had one till now. I think that, I don't know if that officially makes us actual pass holders now that we've eaten pretty well at every booth now. You know, and like yesterday, like, we were at Islands, and now we've officially ridden like every ride at Islands now. But we're gonna make our way over to ET, go ride that, and do a small update on the Kids Zone. Huge work moving around over here at the former Kids Zone. You can see the Woody Woodpecker Nut House coaster standing strong, as well as the Curious George play area. We've also got multiple trucks back there working around right now. Some kind of front end loader and scraping and moving dirt around. Something really interesting though that Universal has done is they have moved the wait line for the meet and greet for SpongeBob and Patrick and Squidward to the other side of the SpongeBob store pants. So they've moved it over by Pizza Zone, Kids Zone Pizza, and so it's not over here like in this big way of these bathrooms where that, and they've moved so much stuff over here, but they still have you going in through the back side of the room where they give you your ticket. So super excited that some things are moving around a little bit. As you walk in, you can see that they've moved this exit to right here, and they've built this little ramp. So you're gonna go in through this way and going in, which this is kind of something I wanted to shoot because, you know, I didn't know how they were working this. So they've got the walkway going through this side. So they're still doing the pre-show. So they're just bypassing that front little area, which is super well used. So it's really nice that you can still, get that part of the show. Just got out of ET. Always a great fun ride. Had an issue in there. There was a team member I walked past that said something to me about me filming in the queue just because I had my phone out, had my setup out, and made a comment, no filming in the queue, and kind of a little hateful about it, but I was like, okay, like, didn't take it into the ride or anything, put it away. But then he stopped us after we came into the room where you see the short video about Steven Spielberg talking about the ride and explaining it, and he made comments at me and the family about removing ropes in the queue. And he's like, "Did you move these ropes?" "No, we walked around." He's like, "Okay," calling us liars and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know what that was about, but yeah, not the greatest time we've ever ridden that. But the ride itself is good. Just, I don't know, that guy was a little grumpy for some reason, but you'll have that. People are human. But it's kind of makes me worried about other guests who are here for their first times, here for their only times, run into an experience like that. You'll kind of have that, but take it with a grain of salt, I guess. But it is what it is, I guess. Disc Golf King and Kodos, same thing as one fish, two fish. Nothing really different about it. There are plenty of walls still in Springfield over here. Nothing new to write home about the walls. Sadly, one of these days those walls will all be gone and we will be back to regular operations out here. One of these days those walls in Simpsons will finally come down. I'm not sure when, but it's getting a little ridiculous now, I think. I know they're doing something back there. They're fixing things and stuff, but it is frustrating. And that's really just it. Just me voicing a little bit of frustration with that. But it's just going to be really nice when those are done. And that whole area is opened up again. Because, like I said, it is very tight through there. And just restricts flow. And I mean, a lot of people aren't stopping at those games right there because of the traffic situation, or people that are stopped at the game are causing the traffic situation to be a little bit worse because they're just kind of standing there. But I think it'll open up a lot more opportunity once those are done for Universal to get more traffic to those games and more traffic through that area to get back here, towards Men in Black, for either the Coke's freestyle machines over here or some of the other stuff that's over this way, headed back towards Potter. Yeah, so I think it'll be a big happy day once those walls come down. But now that we're done over in Simpsons and everything, we're gonna run into the Men in Black ride. Gonna go knock that out. Use our express on there because I know that ride does get a little bit busy around this time of day just because everybody's trying to beat the heat. So let's go do that and see how that goes. See if I can keep my reign of the high score of the family. Just got off Men in Black Alien Attack, guys, and I am proud to say, if you can tell by the way I'm smiling right now, I just pulled a max score on Men in Black Alien Attack, 999,999, and very proud of myself. So I'd like to say I'm now an official member of the 900,000 club. I will post a picture of my score for proof. We got, as a family, our family of 5, got Galaxy Defenders on our score grouping. We did amazing as a group. Everybody did really good. But of course we still got Neuralizard at the end, which I've, always wondered, like, if you got to remember what happened. But no, it's kind of all ends the same. But yeah, we smoked the other car. We were way better. And it's always super funny, like, at the end of that when, like, Will Smith is doing the comparison between the two teams. But yeah, we embarrassed the other team. Super fun. We did awesome. Now that I'm done gloating about my experience on Men in Black, still super proud of that. We're gonna go ahead and walk on in to Diagon Alley over here and see what's new. I'm not sure if there's any new merch or anything like that over here, but run in there, go ride Escape from Gringotts, and then we will see about grabbing some lunch somewhere. I'm not sure where yet, but we will get something. Currently, the wait for Escape from Gringotts is a 45-minute wait. We'll use our express, see how that ends up playing out for us. This ride is usually weird on the express. Honestly, for me, I'm personally more into using the single rider line for this, but we'll see how it goes. So we made our way through riding the Escape from Gringotts. Wasn't a really long wait at all. Was pretty chill. I still say that even with express, it's a pretty decent wait. Not too bad though. But I do have to say that the single rider line was, I think, when the time that we got to where it started, it was at the load platform. There was maybe 5 people in single rider line. So that's definitely going to beat the express every time. You do have to wait, kind of chance a little bit, but I mean, no, hands down, it's going to beat it. Now that we've made our way into the San Francisco area, out of Diagon Alley, I'm gonna check in to a couple different restaurants, see what they have. My wife was looking at possibly getting something from the San Francisco bakery over here, and we're also looking at possibly going to Richter Burgers for lunch, but we'll see how that plays out. So while my wife is in the San Francisco bakery getting some salad that she wanted, I'm gonna walk over to Richter Burgers. I've already ordered my burger and the kids' burgers, and we gotta go get a seat so that way we can get our food delivered to our seat. Sometimes they do that, sometimes they do like a pickup at a window, but today they've chosen to do table delivery. So we're gonna go get our food, get a seat, enjoy some AC. Just got done with our lunch over at Richter Burgers. Super good, super full. They're standard cheeseburgers, standard french fries, but we're gonna go to Fast and the Furious now and go have a great ride. I've never really fully stated how I feel about that ride. For whatever reason, we used our express, said it was like 20-minute wait. Even with express, I think we waited a half hour. Checked it as soon as we got off, still said it was 20 minutes. It was just weird. I don't know. It felt like I've never waited that long to ride that ride. And I've gotten on it with longer wait times, but it just seems like there was something weird going on with it. I don't know, but did it. We kind of talked about it, like, yeah, we don't need to ever do that ride again. Heading on our way to Transformers from Fast and Furious. We stopped by, watched the little bit of the Beat Builder show, just because we enjoy that show. It's a fun one. Among a lot of the other shows they have in this area of the park, we watched from a distance. Watched the Mel's Diner show, which is the first time I've ever seen that one. It was super cool. A lot of dancing stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and ride Transformers now. It says the wait time's a 35-minute wait, and we'll let you know what that turns out to. Well, we use our Express. Wait time for the Mummy was 40 minutes, so we're gonna use our Express to get through that definitely way quicker. Just got done riding the Mummy. We were in and out maybe 30 minutes. Even still with the wait time, we beat it and beat the wait time with child swapping. So the last thing we really have to do is go ride Rip Ride Rocket, and then we'll probably head back to the hotel, start making our way back home, go get our dog picked up, and get on back home. None of us really slept well last night, like I had said, but no fault to Hard Rock. That was all on us, just being weird. So we'll head out here pretty soon, I think, unless the wife has other plans, but let's do it. After doing the Mummy, linking back up with the wife, getting everybody some last minute snacks and everything, the last thing we have to do is to go ride Rip Ride Rocket right before we head out. So just got off Rip Ride Rocket. It's basically kind of a mix on how the queue line's going to work. It said it was a 10-minute wait for standby, and that's about what it was for Express as well. It kind of depends on a lot of these rides, like where the Express queue and where the regular queue wait and meet up. So it kind of was like the same on both sides, and that's kind of why it really was the same wait time both ways. I feel like because once you mix in, it really doesn't matter. They're gonna just seat people, so give or take, it was about that 10-minute wait time. But we're gonna go ahead and start making our way out of here for the day, get back to the hotel, get our stuff all packed up, and start heading home. So we just made it back to our hotel from the parks. Well, not our hotel anymore, because we're going home. But it's been a nice trip. We tested it out to see who could make it back faster, people walking on the path or people getting on the boat. And no doubt it is the walking path. My wife and oldest two kids are on the lawn lounging, gloating, waiting for us to make it back. But we're gonna go grab our bags, load up the car, and get headed on home. I feel like I've kind of been running out the end of this thing, making it a little long, but just really expressing how we had an amazing stay. Our time here has been great, especially for for our family, just hanging out together and just enjoying this birthday weekend for our kids. And as you can hear, the wind is picking up. Yeah, I'm just really grateful for this weekend that we've had, getting time to spend with just our family and to get to go hang out in the parks, enjoy that Express, to enjoy that benefit of that with our stay at our hotel room. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I just hope, as always, that you're all being a little bit better than you were the day before. Chet the Chef, out.